Hey guys, good evening. Here we go again with another short technical section. John David on the line. Great. I could see that so many of you have started having a hand on what I've been talking about or what Stacy have been saying. Stacy is my mentor. What Stacy have been saying through trading. Now it should be simple. We're going to be looking at the same thing I've been talking about over and again. Market will only do three things. Don't ever forget what market does. What are those three things? Market will break out, it will stay within a trading range. It will break out, it will pull back, and then it will continue in the direction of the breakout or stays within the high and the low of a trading range. What do I say? Breakout, pull back, continue, breakout, fail, or stays within a trading range. That is the only three things market will keep on doing. So whenever you come to trade, your mindset should be, what is market doing the very day you are trading? Where are we in the grand scheme of things? Make it extremely easy, dummy proof. We have been fed with lies about the market for so long. That is why when we come to face reality, truth, it seems vague because we have been operating with a lie that we have to be smart to be able to make consistent returns through the market. But no, you just don't have to be extremely complex. Traders are the only variable. I and you are the variable. And I will say it here and now, there's no such thing as fair value gap. There's no such thing as order block. Whatsoever retail traders are tilting towards are all lies. The truth is, there is only three things markets do. There is no way you can argue that. You see it, you know it. Market will either break out, it will continue in the direction of the breakout, it will break out, it will fail, or stays within a trading range. If anyone says there's such thing as fair value gap and it works well, I'm not in for that because I am not going to be trading what is not simple and rinse and repeat. How do I mean? If your process is not simple, then you get yourself into the level of confusion. And let me tell you this, you can never reproduce your result when your variable is so large. So the larger the variable, the more confused you get. Listen again, the market is constant. It will only deliver in a particular way, the same thing over and again. Let's quickly look at that. The three things markets do, then I will show you one or two trades that happened on Friday. Easy, repeatable, scalable trade setup. That is what I am looking for. And always, I want you to work with this mindset that Mark Douglas actually stated. If you can learn to, just a minute, if you can learn to create a state of mind that is not affected by the market behavior, the struggle will cease to exist. Mark Douglas. What do I want to say is always remind yourself that you are not in a gambling environment. It's either you know what you're doing or you are gambling until you kill the gambler in you. Trust me, all Stacy is saying and what I've been saying will just only be noise because the truth is this, you can't just break the habit of gambling. Gambling is definitely a mindset of instantaneous gratification. You just want to make money without logic. Tell me, how many gamblers gamble with logic? No. You just go with the flow and hoping that things fall in your favor. This is not any lottery. No, this is pure trading, understanding that market will deliver price in some certain ways, and then you wait for the right time to execute. Your duty is to execute flawlessly without stress, doing the same thing over and over and again. You have to minimize your losses and try to preserve capital for those very few instances where you can make a lot of money in a very short period of time. What you can afford to do is throw away capital on suboptimal trades. Richard Dennis. Get this in you and go straight into trading as a sovereign capital extractor. You want to make a whole lot of money, but in a short possible time. You don't want to be in the market all the time. You only want to trade high, um, you want to trade when the edge is skewed highly in your favor. Now let's go straight into this chart. What I'm seeing for now is look at this level. That is an important level which I could see. Why do I say that? It is a major swing point which also represented the high of the previous week. That is what I see. And if you could see, if I put my number box, you see that market have created a floor at 00, is walking the floor, walking the floor. And then what happened? We got market broke out. Listen, we have the first trading day of the month, which I said in previous videos that happened to be the opening range of the month. And what happened? Price broke out from the opening range after it had come to the 00 point, walking that level in one, two, three times, and then turn around, came back again to that level. That level is holding as a floor, and then market exploded. First trading day of the month, opening range of the month, traded and closed in breakout. Now I told you in previous videos that once market takes a high like this, sellers could be interested, and lo and behold, we got that opportunity where sellers took a position going, taking the market back down, and that is how the market closed. Rather, that was on Thursday last previous week before last week. We got that, and then on Friday we got market breaking out, giving us um closed in breakout. The week has closed. Also, like I said, I love looking left just to see where we are. I'm looking at this level. That is a point, swing point. I know already. So see what happened. Instead of me coming to take a random trade on Monday, most traders we say they don't trade on Monday. I know what markets do. If market breaks out, is going to pull back and continue in direction of the breakout, or is going to break out and then fail. What do we have? I have already highlighted some important level from daily charts. So what happened? Market got gave us closing breakout, and on Monday, once market opened, according to Stacy, I got this from Stacy. Once market opens, though I used to, when I have level, I don't take the credit. All credit goes to Stacy. Though I used to look at market this way, when a level have not been taken, my mindset is already pointing that market is going to take that level. But what happened? Look at it again. Market closed in breakout. The next day opened in a gap, and what happened? Price started dumping. This is a dead giveaway, trapping who sellers are forcing the move, thinking, and they gave them an opportunity to think the market is going to keep on going low. And what happened? They got in, and what? They got trapped. Once the market opened and it starts going down, is a clear sign to show you who is trapped. It opened, sellers came in, taking position, and the market went high and took them out. So we have breakout. How does the market behave? Breakout, pull back, and continue in the direction of the breakout. To fill the gap, there was space right here. Look at it here. There is nothing new under the sun. The same thing will keep on repeating itself. There is space, and market went to take the money. Easy, simple, repeatable, and highly scalable opportunity. And what happened? We have Friday closing breakout, Monday closing breakout, Monday closing breakout. Count 2 days backward and see how price traded. What do we have? We have gotten to a level and we got price pumping to that level 2 times. On Tuesday, we got day three long. 1, 2, 3. The buyers are interested in the market, and immediately they got in day three long, and we are at a swing point that have been taken out, pumped into your section. You think dump. Great then. And what happened on Wednesday? Market again went to the high. We are trading inside this bar, no level triggered. But on Wednesday, what happened? Market came back again to trigger that level and started dumping. On Thursday again came the third time to that level. Asia trader, or which, yes, Asia trader got the trade. What happened? We have market working a particular level. What did I tell you? That if this become the only trade setup you are looking for each week, you will be paid. Why? 1, 2, 3. In itself, it is a setup. So, sorry, is a signal. 1, 2, 3. Price couldn't break that level. It gave us what? A reversal trade setup, and then you take the trade. What happened? The next day, the price closing breakout. When market breaks out, it brings this to our watch list. What happened the next day? On Friday, market opened and started dumping, trapping. Woo, sellers. Look at another clue again. The lowest point at which market traded for that very week is on Monday. It came back to the level. Invariably, what do we have? We have pump into Thursday, and we have dump back to where the old pump started for the whole week. So you see what we have is pump, coil, and then dump. Took a period of the whole week, 5 working days to complete the move, get to the low. Trust me, most traders in New York section are coming to take a sell. Why will you take a sell when market have already taken the low of the week itself? And if you go back a little bit, though it didn't quite get there, but it showed us what? Breakout, pullback, and then we are going again in another impulsive leg. And what happened? You are already going in and taking a negative trade, thinking market will go down because you got one lower close and you think it's going to keep on going. Yes, it gave you a trade, but the question is, what section got that trade? In New York section, they've already been done with that. So you see, this is repeatable. I'm just going to be looking at gold. Maybe I'll look at another instrument. This is one of the indices, New York index. I'll look at them and they will call it a wrap. But I will tell you, it's the same thing. So let's scale low and look at these days and see that is um Thursday and Friday to see if we could get anything of meaning. Let's go back. Okay, beautiful then. So if I'm trading Asia, what happened? Price walked on Tuesday, gave us a trade, walk to the high, trap traders, and then dump. Now, what happened again? Price pumped again into what time? Pumped into the high of Tuesday, walking the high 1, 2, 3, walk the high. I'm seeing from swing from 00, we've stepped into a new 100 pip box, and then we are trapping traders in 50 pips. Where exactly is the money? I could see money right here. I could see money where again, just look left, you will see if there is money. There is money right here. So what happened? Price pumped. into Asia, and then gave you a trade for an easy what? 1 to 3, walking the eye. The third time gave you a trade for an easy pumps, pace, went down up, and then before the London section opened, it was dumping, and then we got a low hanging fruit down into the London section. New York section, what happened? Price started pumping, and then trap traders at about 9 o'clock. After the trap volume, what happened? Double zero. That means it's giving me a clear information that who is trapped, who is trapped. Traders up here are all trapped. Please, I want to ask you this. Did you see any turtle soup? Did you see did you see any turtle soup? Did you see any me looking at any fair value gap, order block and the rest? I'm just telling you what it is. Price will keep on doing the same thing. Stop listening to retail jargons. It's going to mess you a whole lot up. Don't listen to lies. Follow simple, repeatable, and highly scalable trade setup. Listen again. If you can learn to create a state of mind that is not affected by the market behavior, the struggle will cease to exist. Why throw your opportunity or your money into suboptimal position? Richard Dennis. You have to minimize your losses and try to preserve capital for those very few instances where you can make a lot of a lot of money in a very short period of time. Listen again. What you can't afford to do is to throw away capital on suboptimal trades. That is by Richard Dennis. Listen, simple is highly scalable. Complex cannot be scaled. You cannot size what you are not sure of. You are not in solving rocket science. No, make it a pursuit of pleasure. Paul Tudor Jones. Listen again. According to Steve Maron, resume every day, but don't trade every day. How is that? Once you have what you are looking for, be specific with your setup. What happened if it is price walking the high? 1, 2, 3, and that is your setup. Good. Be a master at it and keep on repeating the process every week. Do you need to trade every day? No. 2 to 3 trades per week could be really enough. In the matter of fact, one trade setup can give you months money. Learn to trade simple. Make it a pursuit of pleasure. So what happened? Price pumped again into double zero. Where is my order block? Where is my fair value gap? I'm not interested. Just 2 blue lines. Just 2 blue lines. And you're done. What happened? Price walk to the high. And then what? Dump. Easy trade. Pump and dump. Trap traders up high. And then dump. Repeat the process. What happened again? It closed in breakout. Lo and behold, they walk to the floor. If you're taking the trade pre-market, it's delivered. What happened? Because we have market had already pumped from Monday. Coid. Let me take this line off, sir. First, there is space. All this space is left to be filled. And what happened? Asia got the trade, walked the low in New York, or rather, London section. We got the reversal. Why? Because we have gotten to the low of the previous week. Simple, easy, repeatable trade setup. Entry is nothing. It shouldn't be something that will confuse you. Once you already know the template, all there is to do is just to enter, simply go in, take the trade, and then rest your head. What happened? Price dumped to the low of the week coin, and then we got a starter if you want to take your trade before this section. We are now in the box. Easy trade around 3:30. You can take the trade, and guess what? These will not come back. Why? The templates have been completed. Walk the low and then take to call for something. So what am I trying to say? Make it simple. Look at this. Run to the eye. Trap wool. Buyers trying to take position. Sellers that came in too early. The money was taken from them. And then price ran high. And what happened? We got an easy trade from this level down to where make trading a pursuit of pleasure. Don't fight the market. Let it settle. It ran to the high. It filled the high and then gave us the trade, which is the main trade, low hanging fruit, low hanging fruit. Make trading a pursuit of pleasure. If only you understand what it is to trade less and then you make more, according to Richard Dennis. You don't have to be throwing money on suboptimal trade. Oh, I caught the high, I caught the low. Didn't you see how the market is moving? Man, I got this way. I'm just in and I'm making money. He's giving me the move. He's giving me, oh, 10 o'clock. It has exploded. Oh, I'm coming in. I'm taking trade. That is not trading. That is gambling. You are chasing price. All there is patience. Can you wait for market to set up into your timing window? All there is to take your trade. Monday, Friday close and breakout is coiling inside, dumped into your section for an easy trade. Boom. I'm not looking at the bars. I'm looking at levels where 0025, the 100 pip box, closing price, high of previous day, low of previous days. Those are levels I'm so concerned about. What do we have? Friday closing breakout. Day one longs are in the market. Tuesday, rather Monday, closing breakout. Day two breakouts are in the market. Who is being trapped? What happened? You have day three long. And what happened? Asia traders got the trade. Asia traders got the trade. Back to where? Look at where we got a breakout from on Monday. What happened? It distanced away from the breakout. The breakout stood as a magnet. Price came back to that level. Make trading that simple. It walked the high one, two, three, and then failed. Then you scale low, take your trade. That is all. But get your fact right before scaling low. Stop chasing price. Stop chasing money. It is not a get rich quick scheme. No. Trade like a professional at which you are. How do you trade as a professional? Professional traders have mastered one thing that retail traders cannot take in. It's called patience. It's called waiting. They are good at waiting until they see their setup. No trade. Therefore, listen. Trading is waiting, and waiting is trading. Wait until all the facts are clear. Otherwise, you are just gambling. Okay, let's go on. We came into the week, we're in breakout. Price came to the breakout level, still failed. Went high, triggered the high, closed back inside. Compared to previous week, the last breakout we got was on Friday, and we are still in breakout. We are still in breakout. The high of the previous week is still not taken. Look at it here. High of previous week. And what happened? Simple. We got a higher high. Price kept coming back low. And then before this section, we got a box. What else to do? Wait for price to set up in your timing window. 9:30, the trade has already started in by 8 o'clock. But 9:30, what happened? Exploded. Let trading become a pursuit of pleasure. Trade simple, no guesswork here. It is not there, I'm not trading. What happened now? It closed in breakout, and then price went into a higher consolidation box. In the matter of fact, look at it closed in breakout, and what happened? When it got to the high, what happened? It coiled timing level behavior of price and jump back to where the breakout occurred from last previous week's high. So you see, what happened now is it's pumped and then volume is caught up high, where just above the closing price, volume was caught up high. So you see, this is a consolidation. When volume is caught, they trap traders in the upper part of the closing price. Then what happened? Jump back to the breakout point. This trade is what you're looking for. What will compound your account really significantly, not trading the noise and jargons, and then you call it trading. That is not trading. That is gambling. Don't be a gambler. Become a sovereign capital extractor. Be specific. Know exactly what you are looking for. Don't gamble. So what am I trying to put in order to guys is to make you understand that everything that has happened to you in the past, trying to master this market, trying to study and understand the market makers' behavior, and you understand the market makers' behavior and the fools and the gurus we have online, which they are still coming. They only tell lies. Market will only keep on doing three things. It breaks out, it pulls back. What do we have? We have breakout. It took 1, 2, 3 days to pull back. That's a 3 day setup. Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Got to this level around capital injection time. Got an explosion back to the low. Make trading a pursuit of pleasure. So, guys, you've seen it. This is going to happen again this new week. Get your facts right. Don't listen to retail garbage. Don't listen to the lies that is out there. No, market will only do three things. It breaks out, it pulls back to the breakout point, and then dump. Even if this is the only setup you are looking for, you'll get paid easy. Look at it here. Price broke out. Friday opened, price is still going low. Did it set up in my timing window? For an easy pump. Breakout is pulling back. Is the breakout failing? I don't know yet, but our breakout level is important. What happened? Price pumped at capital injection time, and we got a, a dump. Go back to let's just look at this briefly and call it a wrap. This is the trade. What happened? Price coiled and then gave you this is month's money. Month's money. What did we do? Nothing. We only waited. Price closed in breakout inside day. One of two things will happen after inside day. What will happen? Price will either break out, pull back, and continue the direction of the breakout, giving us at least one full range of the inside day, or it will break out and then fail. Easy trade. Break out into the capital injection time. Don't. Do you need to trade every day? No. This one trade could have given you months' money. Understand what exactly you are looking for. Okay, what about this? Price pumped. Was there any trap volume? About 25. But look at 00. That stood as what? Is a resistance. Price came and took the high, inducing traders. Go watch the last videos. The last video. Inducing traders to think, oh, market is going to go high. But what happened? After they induced them, they dump the market. Look at this. I called it a money. What about this? Same thing. Just these two trades, and you would have been in a good position for last week. Guess what? Don't feel troubled. Market is constant. The same behavior. I don't know what instrument. Will it happen next week? Of a certainty, I believe it will. But how many times will it? I don't know. But all I know is this. I would wait for my setup. If it doesn't happen, so be it. But one thing I will tell you for sure is this. If you have a large basket and you know what you're looking for, at least each week, minimum, you get 2 to 3 best trade setup. That is all you need. Don't become a retail gambler. You want to trade every day. You want to trade every move. It's not done that way, my friend. I was in that level trading every day. Not anymore. I just wait for a particular setup. And once I get my full, even if it is on Tuesday, trust me, I will just collapse in terms of I'll just collapse my trading for that week. Or possibly wait for one more. If I get one more, man, that is a bonus. That means I got 3 trades of this magnitude. Why won't trading be fun? Trade less, let the market set up, and then you just go in and reap the benefit of patience. Trading is waiting, and waiting is trading. See you guys at the top. I know you guys will love this approach if only you are able to wait. If you can learn to create a state of mind that is not affected by the market behavior, the struggle will cease to exist. Mark Douglas. Remember, simple can be scaled in size, but complex will not take you anywhere. Complex, the reason most of you are failing is because you still feel you have to be smart. You have to beat the algorithm. You have to prove to someone you're good. This is not a proving center. No. Come here, face your fears, conquer your fears, and live your life. Live the best life yet. Not trying to show someone, oh, I made 1,000, I made 5,000. Who cares? Get paid and live the life. May the market go with you. Thank you for the time. Do have a blessed day. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.